Winter in Barcelona is not what most people think of as a vacation destination, but allow me to change your mind.
'Cause you have more to say about all your thoughts and worries surrounding my condition. I can't understand it, I know that it's hard to be happy in my presence. You won't let it go, and I think I'm getting more indecisive by the second.
Oh hey guys, we have made it to Barcelona. Got the little terrace. Isn't that adorable? I was going on a work trip to Barcelona and I decided to fly in early so that I could explore this incredible city renowned for the beautiful architecture, amazing food, and friendly people. One of the best things about visiting Barcelona in the winter is that it's low season. Temperatures are still pretty mild and you get so much sunshine during the day. My boyfriend was able to fly in and join me for a day, and he's actually a bit of a history nerd, so one of the first things we did was hit up Montjuïc Castle. There are a few different ways to get to Montjuïc Castle, but the most popular is definitely the cable car, which we did, and I highly recommend. It's a little bit of a hike from the city to the cable car itself, but the cable car does offer stunning views of the city on the way up and on the way down, and it really is just a fun way to get to the top of the hill. We're on the cable car up to the top, and look at this incredible view! Oh my god. You get an entire view of the city, you've got the ocean that way, and oh my god, just look at that. The ride itself takes about 5 minutes, and there's actually a stop in the middle called the Mirador stop if you wanted to get off and take a walk through the green spaces. There's some lovely gardens and a viewing platform with a view of the Barcelona port. We opted to stay on and go directly to the top. Montjuïc Castle is a 17th century fortress that sits atop Montjuïc Hill, overlooking Barcelona. The castle has a long and fascinating history, having been used for defense, as a prison, and even now as a military museum. Today, Montjuïc Castle is a super popular tourist destination, and it is so easy to see why. Once you're at the top, you can explore the castle grounds, walk around. You can see here the beautiful landscaping is what used to be the moat. You can also walk around through the military museum. If you're looking for a place to enjoy the views of Barcelona and learn more about the history, Montjuïc Castle is definitely a must visit. We got super lucky with the timing, but if you can, I highly recommend timing your visit so you can catch the sunset from the top. The sunset there is so beautiful, especially with the view of the sea and the city. Look at that sunset. Oh, it's so beautiful. After that, we took the cable car back down, and then we took the metro back into the city. I was a little bit tired and a little bit jet lagged, so we decided to have a super chill night, just wander through the city, walking along Las Ramblas, and made our way back to the hotel. I don't know what else to say except I'm really tired. My boyfriend had to fly home early the next morning, so I had a full solo day entirely to myself. I planned out a jam-packed itinerary of all the things I wanted to do, and it was probably one of the best days. Is that bad to say? My true introvert colors really showing here. I went to Casa Milà, Palau de la Música Catalana, and Casa Batllo. Quick little tip, but definitely try to book your tickets online in advance. It is way more convenient, and it was also a teensy bit cheaper, which was nice. Casa Milà was designed by the renowned Catalan architect Gaudí, and it's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As you approach from the street, the outside facade of the building is already so unique and eye-catching. I'm not going to lie, I did not know much about Gaudi prior to this trip, but the ticket came with a free audio guide that provides so much historical context. I absolutely learned a lot, and it helped me fully appreciate the beauty, the architectural details, and the significance of the building. My favorite part was definitely the attic and the rooftop, so set aside time for those. You cannot miss it. The attic is incredible with these arches that flow in waves. I felt like I was in this super secret cave. From there, I made my way to the stunning rooftop with its whimsical chimneys that look like art pieces and panoramic views of Barcelona. You can even see Sagrada Familia from the top. I thought I would only need an hour to explore Casa, but I ended up spending closer to 2 hours. I was absolutely mesmerized by the intricate details. It is such a gem. I personally like it better than Casa Batllo. By this point, I was absolutely starving, so I sat down for lunch at a spot called La Mostra, a tiny hole-in-the-wall restaurant with the most amazing staff. They didn't have English menus, so they sat down and walked me through all the dishes. I just had them bring me their favorites from the daily menu. The food was so good, and I felt super welcome, even though I was eating alone, which feels so daunting in a place like Barcelona where eating out is such a social activity. But yes, 10 out of 10, the staff, atmosphere, food are all great. Lunch took a while, so then I sped walk over to Casa Batllo. The nighttime light show on the outside is so incredible. I definitely want to check out what the inside looked like as well. The moment you enter, you are completely immersed in Gaudi's unique and organic style. The first scene you experience is called the Gaudi Dome. It's an immersive experience to showcase the inspiration that nature had on his work. From there, you make your way through each level of the building. You climb all the way to the top, and along the way you get to see all the incredible details that Gaudi put into his design. In fact, if you look at the levers, this entire window can be opened up so that it forms essentially a balcony. I also really like that you could step out into the back garden. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this tree was decorated for the holiday season. The use of stained glass windows and mosaics throughout the building is just stunning. I was also surprised by how much fun it was to use the little tablet that they provide that guides you through the rooms. It uses augmented reality to show the different things in each room. For example, you could see how the rooms would have been decorated 100 years ago or what the room might have been used for. Listen, I'm no designer or architect, but to me the space felt like this really ethereal underwater world. This is exactly what I imagine a mermaid's home to look like if they lived on land. One of my favorite parts is the rooftop, simply because of the sculptures and the art, and you get some nice views of Barcelona as well. The tour ends with something called the Gaudi Cube. It's another immersive experience that's meant to leave you feeling inspired by Gaudi's work. When I finished, it was already dark out, and the street again was lit up in its beautiful display of Christmas lights to celebrate the season. I was so pleasantly surprised by how magical Barcelona feels at this time of the year. Good morning! I'm moving hotels, so say goodbye to this view. Luckily for me, I am getting an upgrade. I am moving to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Arts Barcelona. Stay tuned for the room tour because this thing was massive. I somehow got super lucky and they upgraded me to a corner room with a view of the ocean and the sunrise and the mountains and the sunset. But yes, more on that later. It's super early. We're gonna go hit up Sagrada Familia right as it opens. I'm gonna walk around the Gothic quarter and then just really explore and try and get some of the touristy things done. There were so few cars on the road. The city is so peaceful and quiet in the mornings. Wow, the last time I was here was 2018 maybe? Compared to the photos I saw last time, and they've actually made some improvements. Just as we arrived at the top of the hour, we heard the church bells ringing. If you're going, arrive early, even if you've pre-booked your ticket. We went for our assigned time slot and there were already massive crowds in lines, and understandably the security to get through the door was more intense than airport security. Because this was my first time, I actually opted for the guided tour, which was actually pretty long. I think it lasted about an hour. The tour starts on the outside where the guide points out the various details of the building facade. As we stepped inside, I was stunned by how grand the inside is. The interior is so vast and airy with these soaring columns and super intricate arches. I really didn't know what to expect, and I was so surprised by how colorful and vibrant the inside was. The light streaming through the stained glass windows creates this super magical atmosphere. So hard to capture the color in person. Yeah. Like, it's so... I don't know why I was expecting like something... I just wasn't expecting this bright. We were also fortunate enough to hear the organ being played while we were there. The sound just fills the entire basilica. The guide also took us to the back of the church to explain the symbolism and the features of the facade. After the tour, we had a chance to explore the small museum inside, but it got crowded very quickly, so we decided to leave. Definitely go early if you're visiting. It got so crowded as we left. We spent the next few hours walking around and exploring. We walked through some Christmas markets, made our way to the Arc de Triomphe and Gothic Quarter, had some treats and goodies along the way like pastries, churros and hot chocolate, had lunch, and also did some shopping. With the holidays coming up, it was also the perfect chance for me to find some gifts for my friends and family. As for gifts this year, I am super excited to talk about Ana Luisa. I don't get paid for this, but they did gift these to me, and I really do love them, and I wear them every single day. Sent over a few pieces that I picked out so that I could give them to my friends and family for the upcoming holidays. Ana Luisa is a jewelry brand that is focused on quality, accessibility, and sustainability. I love their designs. They're just so timeless, beautiful, and delicate. Their jewelry is really designed to last. A lot of the pieces I personally have are sterling silver coated in 14K gold. I have not experienced any fading of the gold coating or anything like that. Granted, I do take care of them. The first piece I want to show you is the paisley ring. This ring is so delicate and dainty. The stone in the center is a white topaz, and I love the way it has a little bit of shine, a little bit of sheen. Next up is the Haley ring. This ring is a bit more whimsical than the paisley ring. I love how it adds a unique little touch to my ring stack. It's an open ring with 2 white topaz stones on the side. It's also super comfortable to wear, especially since my fingers do change in size depending on if it's winter, whether it's summer, and the temperature. If you're looking for something a bit more bold, the Capella ring is definitely the perfect choice. The ring is covered in cubic zirconia accents, and it really reminds me of the night sky. I'm a little bit of an astronomy nerd. I actually own an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope, which I've used to look at Saturn and Jupiter, which was an incredible experience. This one feels very personal to me, and every time I look at it, I think of that time. I think I'm gonna keep this one for myself. And then I picked up some hoops because I always love gold hoops, no matter the size, the shape, the design. I love them all. These are the Paris hoop earrings. The twisted design is so beautiful and adds such a playful element to any outfit. Lastly, I picked up a small pair of huggy earrings. These are the Sarah earrings. They are small, dainty, but have this beautiful texture to them that makes them feel a little bit more special. I only have one piercing in each ear, but I feel like these would go so well if you had a full ear party going on. Things like these always make me want to get more piercings. I included a link below in case you're interested in any of these pieces. Plus, I think they're having a really good sale for the holidays, so definitely go take advantage. A big thank you to Ana Luisa for sending these over. I caught the sunrise from my room today this morning at around 8, and it is just insane. This room is easily one of the nicest hotel rooms I have ever stayed in. So let's do a full room tour. And we've got a shower here, a standing shower, toilet and stuff, but this is nuts. Then we've got the sunset here. Oh my. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. It really does help the algorithm. I love doing travel videos just for my own memories. So if you like this one, I have a few others that you might like to watch, and I'll link them up here. Thank you. Bye.